Smart question. And my answer is that I'm not an entrepreneur. I am a super entrepreneur. The difference between there are three levels I can quickly classify for you. There are businessmen, entrepreneurs, and super entrepreneurs. And please, I would like this classification to be noted. Businessmen are those that make profit from opportunities. Entrepreneurs are those that make profit from adversities or problems. And then super entrepreneurs are entrepreneurs that contribute to the place they made profit to improve the whole place, that they raise the standard of the society they make profit from. And what was his, John D. Rockefeller was a reference point of a super entrepreneur, but he did not start as a super entrepreneur. He started as an entrepreneur between the ages of 12. He has actually started working at the age of 12 and the age of 52. Then when he got to 52, he was the richest man in America, I think, from the age of 30 something. And he created the greatest monopoly in America and made the highest profit in America, that he was richer than America and richer than every other country, because he controlled 92% of the oil in the whole world. He bought refineries the way I buy face caps right now. And the government had to dismantle his trust and monopoly. And 34 oil companies were created from his one company. And 34 of those companies, the top 5 oil companies, are still part of those 34 companies till date. So, but he became a super entrepreneur when at 52 he was hit with the news that he had cancer and he had a short time to live. And now the epiphany for a super entrepreneur now came up, and he decided to give 50% of his wealth to goodwill, donations to education and hospitals and any good cause. That's how the Rockefeller Foundation was born. That goodwill turned him from the most hated businessman in America to the most loved businessman in America. That goodwill made Harvard and some other universities pristine premium universities. That created a lot of solutions and vaccines and experimental breakthroughs that hitherto wouldn't have come because there was no fund to do them, but somebody was magnanimous enough to provide his private loot to do that. And the universe has a unique way of repaying you. At 52, he had a few months to live. He died at 92 or 94. So the universe rewarded him with something greater than wealth. And so I didn't start off as a businessman. My story is on TEDx Talks. I started off as a super entrepreneur. I identified the problem as a medical lab scientist in Meridian Hospital here, resigned to go and start business, kept on failing in business, and I never lost my goodwill. So because of that goodwill, that is why we are the first or probably few companies to scale CSR. We are building our company and we are still doing CSR. We are starting, we are owing. We have not started being profitable yet. We are doing CSR because we believe goodwill is not something that starts at any stage. A baby can show goodwill with our mother's extra breast milk. So even the poor have something to share with another poor person, even though they have nothing. So with that goodwill, I believe I'm the most good-willed business person in Africa. I am not an entrepreneur. I am a super entrepreneur. And I intend to produce a generation of more super entrepreneurs. So remember the classification. Those that only want to profit from opportunities, businessmen. Those that want to profit from problems and adversities, that when businessmen are running out, they are running in. Entrepreneurs. Those that are entrepreneurs with enough goodwill to give back to the society are super entrepreneurs. We have a foundation that has not been registered. And our first foundation is Alessa Highlands Foundation, but it has not been registered. But so far, we've spent more than 200 or 300 million in CSR from the unregistered foundation. Why? In Nigeria, when people want to do something, if address is longer than a letter, the letter is not necessary. If you have something important to say, you go straight and say it. If your explanation for what you want to say is longer than what you want to say is probably not important. So it's in Nigeria that people want to build structures, name, publicity, before they start showing goodwill. The goodwill people do not know about is more important than the people should find you doing goodwill, not you should use goodwill to find people. Mother Teresa was not known for years. She was doing what she was doing in Calcutta until it became so palpable and scalable that the whole world noticed. So we've been doing two-pronged CSR. There's a CSR we call Moro Moro, and when we mean Moro Moro, it means Moro Moro. Moro Moro is MOHRO MOHRO is Mayor of Housing Reach Out. Every month we go around, look for people on the street to start a business if they have one. If they don't have one, we use 1 million naira, train them in a skill and give them 1 million naira to start. And we started that a few months back. Then the host community where we are, Alessa LMA, Alessa Foundation, right now we are the sponsors of the Alessa Carnival ball tournament. This is very important because for almost 20 years, Alessa has had two factional, the government recognized king and the factional king. So the community was divided in the middle. We came in with our project. On our project, some of our landowners are from the other divide, others are from this other divide. And we said, and that if you come together, you assess our CSR. They dissolve their differences and they are now one. And for the first time, Alessa has a land development authority that foresees all land transaction in Alessa. Because before now, when they were divided, nobody could regulate everything. There was multiple land sales fraud. There was a land grabbing fraud. So that came together to reward them for listening to us and obeying us. We are sponsoring the Alessa Unity Football competition. That is a tournament amongst all the 12 communities in Alessa. And it's ongoing. The finals will be, I think, in a couple of weeks. So our CSR is not just in bad will, because good CSR without goodwill is just a marketing or publicity stunt. Our goodwill is that we want to really see unity, we want to see peace, we want to see progress. And by the first quarter of next year, we are building a skill acquisition center where we'll be training people in other skills like tailoring, food, catering, shoemaking, and other things. Recently, I was in Akwa Ibom State to commission their own skill acquisition center at Mbo local government. So when I saw it immediately, I didn't know that a skill acquisition center can be as small as something you can build on 2 plots. In my mind, I will be thinking of a big institution. So when I saw it there, I quickly called the person that did that and said, you come and build the same thing in LMS. So the registration of the foundation will probably be launched the day we are doing our groundbreaking on the project. But we've already done so much. So if the scholarship we are giving to some of the youth we employed as security and have been paying, the security donations we did, I think 2 years ago or 3 years ago, he was there for their youth vigilante. All that has been CSR that we've not captured as a foundation. Alessa Highlands Foundation for this project. You're going to have a magnification of Moro Moro, so my Moro Moro can shine more. And then you're going to have my ACE Foundation. Why my ACE? An ACE is an excellent expert. That's why I have football ACE, tennis ACE, academic ACE. So when you call me my ACE, I'm your ACE to whatever you want me to be. So when you have my ACE Foundation, it should be the excellent expert example of what foundation should be like. And finally, for goodwill, we don't believe in giving fish. We believe in teaching how to fish, because I have a quote that teaching is more charity than giving. So I have a channel you might need to investigate called My Ace China. the YouTube channel where I teach every day. And from my teachings, the best 5 comments from the teachings that show they assimilated the teaching are paid 20,000 each. At the end of the month, the highest winning person is paid 1 million naira. We've done it for 6 months and you've not heard it. We have 6 millionaires. And those millionaires don't just get 1 million, they join my private mentorship class where I'll mentor them on how to multiply that money. Because money runs away from where it is not multiplied and runs into hands that multiply it. So that's my foundation of my foundation.